Kristen Laurent, Senior Manager of Diversity and Inclusion here at UF La Crosse. I'm excited to have you join us on this webinar today as we talk a little bit more about the Urban Lacrosse Alliance. My goal for this is twofold. One, to talk about the background and history of the ULA and why it was formed in 2013, but also wanted to just give you some insight and as we move forward into the evolving and current changes within the structure of the ULA as it currently stands, to revamp some of our efforts to provide some additional resources and support for our affiliate groups. So excited about the direction it's headed and how we've evolved this group to be all-encompassing and more inclusive of the needs that are specific to urban lacrosse communities. For this group in 2013, we had three clear objectives that we wanted and outcomes that we were particular to forward-facing when we were out, what we wanted to do and what we wanted to see from our groups. So foremost, we wanted to develop an impactful relationship with like-minded programs. So we wanted to really develop a network or open forum of shared ideas and shared experiences that could help relate and connect the urban lacrosse community. We were excited about where that was going, and we felt there was a lot of room for impact and growth through this network of affiliate groups. We wanted to provide a network and a voice for people who directly support our represented youth in our lacrosse community. That was also something that was a clear focus for us, as we wanted to have a communication line through our affiliates group to the national office to make sure that we're making maximum impact and supporting groups the best way that we can. Lastly, as we've evolved the ULA, we wanted to really look at providing flexible initiatives through this ULA that gives affiliates the ability to and continuously address the needs and challenges of their program. So that's what we kind of focus some of our efforts and a majority of our efforts in evolving the program to its current state in 2015. The focus that we've had in terms of the evolution process and how we've developed this initiative to make sure that it is flexible and conducive to the groups that we serve. So we really sat down and internally had some discussions about understanding exactly what needs are of all of the ULA groups that we serve. And one of the biggest things that we came up with is we started to understand that urban lacrosse programs often have ongoing challenges that are unique. And it varies from group to group, so it's hard to pigeonhole a specific program or initiative assuming that the majority of the groups need A or the majority of the groups need B, because that just isn't the way things work, and we understand that. We looked at how we can provide annual resources to choose from that we provided for ULA groups, and you'll see as we move forward that we've done a considerable job of trying to figure out what that looks like and then putting something together that we feel that would best serve our constituents as part of this program. ULA affiliates will have an opportunity to select from a different resource package, and you'll see what that looks like as I show you our benefits chart for this year and moving forward, but we really wanted to place additional focus again on our resources and what we provide for your groups that are most impactful. And our ongoing goal is to provide additional development resources to assist each team and each program with structure, and we want to continue to have that open dialogue about what that looks like and how we are maximizing our impact within each urban lacrosse community. You'll look at our current benefits chart for 2015. So if you participate in the affiliates program, you'll receive the same chart and you'll be able to select one of these benefits each year. So I might say in year one, we really need 30 women's lacrosse sticks. Our teams, on the girls' side, we definitely need these sticks. We need to accommodate some of the official fees. That's a huge barrier for us. So you benefits at package A based on those needs. Do a needs assessment in 2016 and decide you need team uniforms and cleats. You know, that's your biggest challenge this year. So you'll be able to come in 2016 and say, all right, lacrosse, I need benefits package B. Can you provide that for me? And we'll work to make sure within these parameters that we can provide additional support in addition to the education and tools we initially provided, but able to look at the selection chart each year and pick what you need based on the challenges of your program that year. may change a little bit based on what resources we have at the national office, but, we always plan to continue to provide a benefits chart so that you can annually come in and have the flexibility to choose what your needs are. So this program, let's look at the affiliates requirements. Obviously, first and foremost, we want people in this ULA that are serving urban or underrepresented youth in the lacrosse community. So that's a kind of a no-brainer, but just something we have to put out there. We wanted to work with programs that deliver a minimum of a 12-week lacrosse program. So that can be clinics, that can be obviously league play, and obviously have preference for programs that work with the kids throughout the year. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to provide lacrosse play opportunities throughout the year. That could be life skills enrichment, that could be maybe just clinics. We'll review that during the application process, but we obviously see the benefit of you working with your kids throughout the year and developing them not just as an athlete, but as a student and as a human being as well. So we're requiring that ULA participants demonstrate the ability to deliver lacrosse programming through experience and committed leadership. So our focus is looking at your coaches, how are you educating and training your coaches, you as a program administrator, and how you continue to grow and develop your organization to be successful and sustainable. So we'll do that. We'll be able to make sure to evaluate that during the application process to assure the sustainability of your program, and we're providing the support to a group that has some longevity to it. The requirement is to be in existence for at least 2 years or a season cycle. So if you're the urban program and you're in year 1 or year 2 of the program, we suggest that you go through our First Stick program or go through some of our other programming initiatives that are more grassroots inclined. And then after year 2, when you obviously have developed your foundation and you're hopefully a more sustained program, then we'll obviously be open to including you and having you go through the application process to become a ULA affiliate at that point. Obvious requirement that we're looking for is we want groups that are committed to growing the game using our national standards and best practices. And what that really is what we're looking for. We're looking for programs that are focused on developing the student athlete and providing a positive and safe lacrosse experience for each of their student athletes. And this is pretty important as well that we'll be looking for during the application process is we want groups that are providing life skill enrichment, again, developing the full student athlete and just making sure that they're getting additional training outside of the lacrosse field, whether that's tutoring, mentoring, there's flexibility there, but we just want to see that your group is focused on making the maximum impact in each participant's life beyond lacrosse. So ULA frequently asked questions. I asked that we'll go over some of the information and hopefully answer some of the questions you might have about the ULA. I asked that you review the document that I sent out about the affiliates program about a month or 2 ago. I'll send it again along with this webinar so you have access to that. But I think that document is more comprehensive than what I will provide here today. But I think there's value in reviewing that and getting that information. But also, if you have any questions, you can contact me directly. So, how do I apply for the ULA affiliates program? So the instructions that I've listed on here, just to get a general sense of what it looks like and what the timeline will be, but we only want one application. I know a lot of you guys may serve girls and boys and have 2 different programs separately, but you just have to submit one application for your program, and then it's up to you guys to decide what group you'll serve through the benefits package. So you might say in year 1 you need women's lacrosse sticks, in year 2 you need the same benefits package, but you need men's lacrosse sticks. That's fine, we're flexible on that, but you'll need to submit one application. You must be 18 years of age. And the information must be typed, so you'll see at June 1st the application process will open and there'll be an application online which you'll need to fill out and return via email, fax, mail, whatever that is best for you. But you just need to make sure that you fill out that application in its entirety and make sure that it gets back to me or somebody else in our sport development department by the deadline, which I'll share with you in a little bit. Application submission should include one letter of recommendation, and you'll see all of this when you go to apply. This information will be available on the website so that you know that all the things that are needed to complete an application. But just to remember, when you're putting in that letter of recommendation, please make sure that it's not from someone that's within your department or within your program. We are looking for someone outside your department, preferably from your chapter, that gives you a strength in your region to show that you are sustainable and that you are a developed organization and serve an urban community. So I would first, primarily, if you can, look for that chapter LOR, but if you have to go outside of that, just make sure that it's not someone within your own program or your own organization. Please note that all current ULA members have to reapply to be considered. We just want to make sure that you want to continue on being part of the ULA, that you're continuing to show success and sustainability, so we'll review that on a case-by-case basis as well. Question: if my team just started a youth program in an urban or underrepresented area, should I apply for a first stick or the ULA? We highly recommend that if you're in year 1 or year 2, obviously we won't accept any programs that have just started out that are new programs. We want to really know that you're sustainable and that you have the foundation in order to have some longevity and long-term success. So I would recommend that you do the first stick program, and I think they provide a lot of grassroots information for a new startup program in terms of development, and there's all the basis there to help you long-term as you continue to develop your program. And to note that after year 2 of being through the first stick program, after you graduate through that, you're more than welcome to then sign on and try to apply for the ULA Affiliates program, so we're open to that. A self-sustaining program. A self-sustaining program is one that demonstrates fiscal responsibility and has the foundation and development to have a long-term and fully successful program, initiative, or project. And what we're looking for is we want to provide support to programs, but we don't want to be the lifeline for programs that are participating in the affiliates program. So we want to be the reason why you exist or not exist. We want to just add that additional support and resources to help you continue to serve your student athletes the best way possible. That's what we'll be looking for when we review the application process. Once a program receives an affiliate status, how to receive the funding / resources from US Lacrosse. What that looks like is one team is accepted into the ULA. Program administrator will receive a USL benefits package selection sheet to figure out what they need based on the accommodations or considerations of their program, and they have to submit that selection sheet back to US Lacrosse by the deadline, so letting me know what benefits package they have selected. If it's requested or supplied directly from our headquarters, then the equipment or the funding will be shipped directly from USL to the mailing address that you gave us as package selection sheet. It's require payment from USL to a third party, say your official association or a league. We will ask you to send us an invoice from that third party or that retailer saying, this is what we need, this is how much it's going to cost. You'll send it to US Lacrosse as the invoice, and then we will send a check directly to that third party to complete payment. So if you come in and you say, we want to participate in this league, we want US Lacrosse to cover up to $1,000 for the league fees as part of benefits package D. Then you'll send the invoice, the league will send the invoice to us for the maximum amount that we'll cover, and we will send the check directly back to the league for the amount. And just note that any amount addition to the maximum that we will pay from US Lacrosse is the responsibility of the organization or the league that's participating in the ULA. So just note that we will cover up to the amount that we shared in the benefits package, and then the rest is ownership of the program or organization that we're supporting. And in the invoice, like I said, we will make the payment up to maximum amount, and we will make sure to confirm that the payment is sent directly to the program administrator or executive director. So at that point, we'll let you know that payment has been sent and that you'll receive a receipt from that league or where that funding has come from at that point. how long can a program be a part of the Urban Lacrosse Alliance? One of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to make this an ongoing program. There's ongoing needs and challenges for your organizations, and we completely understand that. So we wanted to make sure that as long as you're affiliate and as long as you're following the requirements of affiliates program, then we want you to be a part of it. So each year you can come in and select benefits packages as long as you're part of the ULA. And so unless you decide to terminate the agreement between your program and U.S. Lacrosse due to whatever reasons, or you, again, are not following the rules and requirements given by U.S. Lacrosse, if we have none of the unforeseen circumstances, then we'd be glad to have our ULA groups continue on with us until the end of time, so to speak, and be part of this program where we're supporting and continuing to provide benefits for your groups. To look at the timeline, so you can write this down, but I'll also send out an email reminder and updates, and you'll see it via social media and our other sites just letting you know about the timeline. First, we'll have the ULA application available online. So this year, 2015, you can expect that July 1st, the deadline for submitting the completed applications at that point is due. Anything after that will not be accepted. So please make sure you get your applications in. 15th, notification letters are sent out to all ULA applicants. So at that point, know if you've been selected or not, and you'll get the next step and next information to submit your benefits information to us. September 15th, deadline for that benefits or resource selection sheet needs to be submitted to U.S. Lacrosse. So anything submitted after that date will not be received. So make sure you're on top of getting that information to us so that we know what your needs are. And that the February 1st deadline is for us to submit our resources and distribute that to you and as member groups. So if at any point you have a unique deadline or a challenge that you need to meet that does not fit the February 1st deadline, as you communicate that to us, we'll try to be pretty accommodating of your needs. If you have a tournament in January and you need those uniforms, we'll try to work with our retailer to make sure that we get that stuff to you, but we will have to be pretty cognizant of what we can provide at that point. So just to make sure you communicate that to us, and we'll make sure we get that information to you. And if you need anything flexible, please just work with us and let us know. So, and again, we'll go over a lot of this stuff if you are selected to be a ULA affiliate group. We'll go over a lot of that at a later date. But just to give you a little background and insight about the time and information about the ULA, hopefully stir up some interest and generate some feedback from you about our program. Questions, like I said, feel free to contact me at epreston@uslacrosse.org, or feel free to contact the national office, extension 129, and then you can contact me directly if you have any additional questions. Or feel free to just get into and hopefully, again, read that document, because it gives a little bit more encompassing information about the initiative and what our plans are for it in 2015. So thanks for joining us on this webinar. Hopefully it was informative and gives you some insight into what we're doing and what you can look forward to moving forward. So, and if you have any questions, let me know. But thank you for being part of this and listening in on the ULA. So take care and have a great week.